sometimes you just can't with the internet. And today is one of those days for me. Just when I thought we were done with the Genesis 2 discussion of Adam, Eve, and the rib, nope. Here comes part 3 of ridiculous things Christians have said about that. And you know what? I'm not even going to deal with what we should say instead, because I've addressed that twice already. So just go back and see those videos, because this is going to have the same ridiculousness. It's right up there with the baculum one. I'm not sure which one's worse. Here's what I saw today. Eve came from the 11th set of ribs from Adam, because 11 isn't as perfect as 12. Yeah, that was something somebody said online, for real. Humans have 12 pairs of ribs, 24 ribs. And so what this person was saying is that the rib from which God made Eve was in the 11th set, because 12 is a symbolic number in scripture, often designating some sort of completion. So this is a very patriarchal, misogynistic view of the text, saying that women have to be secondary to men. So out of all of them that you could have picked, they decided that 11 had the least significance of any number in the Bible, and so therefore Eve was taken from the 11th set of ribs in Adam. Number 1, because we're actually doing this. Number 1, that is not anywhere explicitly stated in the text. We've talked before about what the word translated rib means, but let's just say for a second that it was. Number 1, there is nothing in the text that says which rib it was, so you cannot make that argument authoritatively. Number 2, that word translated rib so often, tselah, does not mean rib. It means side. So that argument is completely out the window anyway. But just because, let's go with a third point here. The Bible is not anti-women, and it should not be used to justify positions that are misogynistic. Now, the Bible was written in a patriarchal culture, and so there are times that men are given a preferential treatment in Scripture. There are times that women are treated in ways that we would consider to be not as progressive as we would like in the Bible. However, the Bible is progressive for its time. It is treating women better than the cultures around the Israelites treated women. We even see this in famous passages in the New Testament used to put women down. In just about any passage that is used to silence or demean women, you can take a different view on that passage when compared to the culture of the world around it. But ultimately, we have to consider the overarching arc of Scripture, and that is of God's loving all people, treating all people equally, and he does not treat someone differently just because of the genitalia that they are born with. So if you see someone using the Bible to justify misogynistic views, that is just their taking their position and trying to back it up with Scripture. That is not their speaking for God. You can ignore it.